welcome back. So for today's video, I actually was getting a lot of requests for some type of summer skin, like some kind of summer beauty look, like a beachy type of look. And if I'm being honest, when I go to the beach, I'm not going to wear anything. If I go to the pool, I'm not going to wear anything. So I'm going to be doing a look that I would typically wear in the summer. My summer skin routine, just really glowy and bronzy and highlighted and all that good stuff. So in each category, I feel like I have a couple different products to show. So if you maybe don't have one of these items, maybe you have the other one, I don't know. But this is typically how I have been wearing my makeup, at least my skin, for the last several weeks. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started. And like always, ignore my hair. It's disgusting. I don't do hair. My hair pretty much is either straight or in ponytail, or this. I haven't brushed it today. Just ignore that. You always want to start your makeup off with some kind of lotion. So like I said in previous videos, I always use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Lotion, whatever you want to call this, gel, I guess technically. I've said it before. I'm almost halfway done with this, and this is my third tub of this stuff. It's so good, especially if you have oily skin. I know people who have oily skin typically don't want to put stuff on their face. They feel like if they put lotions or oils on, it's going to actually make them more oily. But the thing is that when you use a gel-based moisturizer, that's actually best for people with oily skin. It helps to keep your oils at bay. Because part of the reason that you have oily skin, at least from my understanding, I'm clearly not a dermatologist or any expert like that, but your skin is producing so much oil because it feels like you're lacking something. So it's trying to overcompensate for something that's missing. So I've heard through so many different people that if you have oily skin, use a gel-based moisturizer, and that is what I use here. And I feel like ever since I've been using this, because normally I would be really oily, but ever since I've been using this, I do feel like I'm way less oily. And so I highly recommend this. I absolutely love this. I want to say it's maybe $14 from the drugstore. And you can always use a coupon or find it on sale, something like that. But I love this stuff. This stuff is so good. Now that our skin is moisturized, you always want to go in next with some type of primer. The one that I've been using almost every day recently is the Bare Minerals Prime Time BB Primer Cream, and this does have SPF 30 in it. So this is awesome. It really just evens out the skin tone, makes your makeup last longer, fills in the pores, gets rid of some discoloration in the skin, because I clearly have a whole lot of that going on. The one that I've been using almost every day recently is the Bare Minerals Prime Time BB Primer Cream, and this does have SPF 30 in it. So this is awesome. It really just evens out the skin tone, makes your makeup last longer, fills in the pores, gets rid of some discoloration in the skin, because I clearly have a whole lot of that going on. But because in this video I'm talking about dewy, I almost said oily. I'm talking about dewy, glowy, healthy looking summer skin. I'm actually going to be using a different primer today. This one is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Just looks like this. It has a pump on top. This stuff is awesome. It does not fill in your pores, but it does really give you a super luminous glow to the skin. So typically I've been using the Bare Minerals one, but I'm going to switch it up. We're going to go crazy today and do something different. So what I usually just do is just pump out like that much, and just kind of get the cat hair out of it. And we're just going to get this down as our base here all over the skin. And you're just going to start to see that that really gives you a luminous look, and all we've done is put down a primer. Like I've also been talking about the PUR HydraGel under eye primer. Oh my god. Just put this under there. And this just helps. It has such a nice cooling sensation. Just like a pink gel. It feels so good, and it helps to get rid of any creasing, and like I said, I really have dry under eyes, so this has been awesome. Now, I'm not going to do anything super new and exciting for my face because this is, in the summer, what I use basically every single day, and I will try to start using something different after this video because I'm sure you're getting sick of seeing it, but for now, this is just what I'm using. This is what I'm loving, and again, that is the It Cosmetics CC Plus cream. This has SPF 50 in it. Like literally this tube is almost empty, and I'm going to be filming some haul videos after this, and I did purchase another one of these in a darker shade because you know. So what I've been doing though is I've been taking this one and mixing it with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte because this one has more of a yellow undertone to it. So mixing these together usually makes, you know, my face a little closer to what my body looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix these. And this one has like a, to me it smells like a lemon, like a light lemon scent. But anyway, I just usually pump out like maybe a pump and a half on the back of my hand. And then I take the L'Oreal one and I just squeeze a little bit in there, so it just looks like that. Kind of swirl those together, a little foundation cocktail if you will, and just start to put that all over the face. And I do try to avoid putting too much like right under my eyes because I crease so much. I'll just go back in that area with concealer to kind of conceal and correct. I'm going to take my freshly clean and slightly damp beauty blender, just go like this, and start to press that into the skin. And you want to make sure that you're blending it all the way up like into your hairline so that you don't have like a white scalp and then a super tan face. Bring it back on your ears, down your neck, under your chin. I talked about this in, which I don't think this video has gone up yet, but I talked about this next product in my favorites video for June. And this is the Perricone MD No Bronzer. And you shake it up really well, and it has a dropper. Normally I put this in like a little dish or something so that I don't waste the product on my hand, but I just drop a couple drops here, usually like 3 or 4. I just take this and I put it kind of almost like right above where I would contour, and right around the forehead, any place that the sun would naturally hit you, you know, and make you look bronzy. And then I just take a stippling brush like this, and I just start to blend that in. And this is such a, literally, like when it says no bronzer, I mean, this stuff looks so natural. It just looks like you were in the sun all day. It's not orange. I love it. And, you know, just kind of stipple and press that into the skin. Again, across the forehead, kind of up into the hairline just a little bit. And I have like a huge forehead. When my cousin and I were like 3 years old or something, we had this fire hydrant sprinkler, and we were running around the house in circles in opposite directions, and we ran into each other and knocked each other in the head, and literally like this side of my forehead, if you touch it, it's like a sharp point. So the side of my forehead is like way bigger than the other one. We both got knocked unconscious, and it was a beautiful thing. But now I have a permanent bump on my head from my cousin running into me. And if there's any of this left, I kind of just try to bring it right underneath my chin. Again, normally I do this and have a little dish that I set this on, but I left that in the bathroom, and as I say in every video, I'm too lazy to get up. I really am. And then for under eye concealer, I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Serum Concealer in the shade Light. And I'm just going to do just a couple dots under my eye. You know, normally I go crazy and I do a ton of highlighting and everything, but you know, I don't feel like it today. Although some people still will look at this and probably think it's a lot. I don't care. I am who I am. And then I'm just going to blend that out. It's pretty much like any area where you typically get any darkness out, like around my mouth, I'll do that. Because I get that weird discoloration around my lips whenever I'm in the sun. It looks like I have a chocolate milk mustache or something. And then you also want to use this to kind of highlight. So any place that you would normally have the light bouncing off your face. So at the top of the nose, the center of the forehead, under the eyes to get that area nice and bright. Just kind of pat that out. I will typically put this over my eyes here. And just take the little pointed tip of the sponge just to really press that in underneath the eye. Alright, so now that we have all that down, the next thing that you want to do is make sure that you at least set your under eyes and in any place that you typically crease. So you can use, you know, any different kind of powder. I've normally been using the RCMA No Color powder, the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is from the drugstore. I think it's like $4. Yeah, I mean, you can see I put quite a dent in it. But yeah, any kind of loose setting powder or pressed powder, you can just use that to kind of press in under your eye. So I'm just gonna, you know, take my sponge and dip it in here and just press that in right under the eye to set that concealer. Something that I've also been doing, especially now that it's summertime, is I have been using cream highlights. I just think that they're so pretty. So the 3 cream highlight products that I've really been loving is the Sleek palette, the Pure Cosmetics cream highlight palette, and then this Wet n Wild cream highlight stick, which is really similar to Benefit What's Up. So what I'll usually do is take another stippling brush and I'll go into the Pure Cosmetics highlighting palette, and I have been using that bronze shade right here, and I just kind of stick my brush in it and right up here, like all the way towards the back, because it has that bronzy look, but it's also got, I mean, it's technically like a really bronzy highlighter. And I'll just put this right towards the back. So again, remember that really glowy, healthy, bronzy, summer looking skin, just maybe a little on the sides of the nose. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I just think it looks really nice. What I will also do is that brush that we use to stipple on the liquid bronzer, I'm just going to clean it off as best as I can, and I will take that and go into this more pearly, I don't know what you want to call it, champagne maybe type color. Just stipple into that, and then right on the high points of the cheeks, I'll press that down. You can see how glowy that looks. Again, I really hope that this is showing up on camera as well as it is in person. It's so, so pretty. And I'll take some of that and just kind of go down the center of the nose. Tip of the nose. You can even take some of this and go like right above the eyebrow area. Again, where sun's naturally going to hit you, light's naturally going to hit you. And because I'm incredibly extra, you can never have enough highlighters, I'll take that Wet n Wild stick and just kind of go like this with the brush over the top of it and just add a little bit of something extra. Just a little something, something. So pretty. So now that all that is done and set down, I'll usually just take a really big fat fluffy brush and I will dip into that Rimmel Stay Matte powder. Just go like this and just kind of dust it over my face just to keep everything in place. My nose is running. Do you ever get that when you're doing your makeup and like one nostril just doesn't stop running? It's so annoying. But yeah, I just kind of press that down and you can still see the glow, so this isn't going to really take any of that away. And we're not done highlighting yet either, so don't worry. But typically once I have that done, I go in with an actual bronzer. And if I'm in the mood to do any type of contouring or anything like that, I will go in with the Balm's Bahama Mama. Love it. And like I said, I've just been using this big fluffy fan brush. Just gonna go like this a couple times because you don't want to do anything too harsh. You can if you want to. I just don't want to right now. I'm gonna kind of suck in my cheek a little bit. And you can see how that makes a shadow. So that's right where you want to take your contour. And I just really lightly kind of dust it. And you don't want to put this on and then drag it down. You want to put it in place and you want to go up. Because it's going to elevate your face. Like, I don't know if you can see the difference in just how I've put that color here compared to this side. It looks like I'm 5 pounds lighter on this side of my face than on this side. Okay. See how it makes a shadow? Just dust it, but bring it up. And I always usually run a little bit of this under my chin and down my neck. Ow. It's still really hard to do anything down my neck. That area still hurts if you push on it too much. Even like running this brush over it, it still hurts. If you ever feel like you brought a color down too far, if you feel like you contoured down too far, you can just take like a fluffy brush and dip into a translucent powder or some type of powder and go like this and create a sharp line just right underneath, and you can clean that up if you do feel like you took it down too far. So, you know, let's do that. And I do have a couple options besides Bahama Mama for bronzer. Again, if you're going for that really glowy look, and I did talk about this, the video should hopefully be going up tonight or tomorrow, but this is the PUR Glow Together bronzer. This thing is massive and it has 3 shimmer shades and 3 matte bronze shades. You can swirl this all together if you do want to get a really glowy summer look with the bronze. Or another option is the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, and this is supposedly waterproof. This does have a really interesting texture, and it's super natural looking. So either of these are really great options if you are looking for a summer bronzer. And I'm just going to take brush, kind of dab in all the different colors, tap off, and just brush that up on the cheeks and around the edge of the forehead, up into the hairline, a little under the chin, and down the neck, just to attempt to make everything the same color. The thing that really helps when it comes to trying to make that glowy skin is using a blush that has some type of shimmer in it. So the 3 that I literally can't get enough of for summer is Hot Mama by the Balm, and this is almost like an orangey peach color. So let's see if I can get it. This one is just so beautiful, so that's an option. MAC Margin, my god, this color is stunning. I will use this all year round. So that one is MAC Margin, right here. I mean, you could literally pile this color on your face over and over and over and over, and it never looks like you've put too much on. And then the other one that I've been loving, which I also just recently picked up, is from Milani. Their Baked Blush in Luminoso, which is like a super huge favorite on YouTube. So I'll give you a swatch of this one. That's a baked blush. So this one is super pigmented, and we will go right here. They're all really orangey, peachy kind of colors. think today I'm going to use Milani's Luminoso. And again, because like I said, this is super pigmented. I really just like tap into it, tap off the excess, and then get that up on the cheeks. I'm gonna highlight again. I think that's like my 4th highlighter, but I don't care. And for this, just because in the summer I usually have some kind of like a warm golden orangey peachy kind of look going on, you can really take any highlighter that's whatever you want. I don't care. But right now for this look, I'm going to use Ofra's You Do You. This one is so pretty. Let me find a clean finger if I even can. So that one right there, and we'll go right like, yes, do you see that? So pretty. So I'm just gonna take this and go right over all the cream products that we highlighted, right at the high points of the cheekbones. And really blend that in, because you don't want to just look like you have a stripe of highlighter. That's not cute. Right over the brow bone, tiny bit down the nose, the tip of the nose. That was probably too much. Now I look like Rudolph. We'll just take that down just a touch. A lot of people will take it and just kind of put it over the Cupid's bow to make their lips look more plump. And then if you just want to make sure everything's nice and blended, let's take like a big fat kabuki brush and just kind of blend everything out. MAC Fix Plus helps to melt all your powder products into the skin to really make it look more natural and not like we have, you know, 100 pounds of makeup on our face. And another option for a good setting spray is by Urban Decay, which is their Chill Makeup Setting Spray. That one is so nice. It makes your makeup last a lot longer, gives you a nice healthy glow to the skin, especially it's nice if you're dry, or, you know, like I said, if you're going for that really summery, glowy look. But this is face makeup wise what I've been doing pretty much every day. So I just thought that I would make a quick video. Hopefully this video is quick. I feel like I've been recording this for 30 minutes and it does not take me 30 minutes to do my face makeup. But anyway, hopefully you guys learned something, and if you have any questions, comments, or anything, just leave them down below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!